Hello and welcome to Tricia's Cards and Crafts, and here's another in my countdown to Christmas series of videos. And today we're going to make a Christmas present card. Okay, so I'm using some paper from the Feels Like Frost 6x6 designer series paper, and there's lots of photographic images on the one side, and on the other side there's lots of silver foiled patterns. So I've used this one, and it's got this picture on the back, really pretty, and I've cut it to size to fit. It's a 6x6 card. So it's a square card because I thought it looks more like a box if it's square. And I've cut two strips. It's about an inch wide, the strips are, and I've cut them out of the Seaside Spray cardstock, and I've got another piece of Seaside Spray cardstock here. I'm going to use the gift wrapped photopolymer stamp set. I'm going to use one of the bows from here to make the bow, and I'm going to use Wrapped Especially For You stamp as well. So just get these out. Use this stamp, and okay. I might use the little, I think I'll use the little stars as well. There we go. Those are the three stamps I want from here. And I'm using the coordinating bow punch that comes with the bundle if you buy the bundle together. So that's the bow punch, and I'll show you, I'll use that in a moment. So we'll just put these down and get some blocks for these. That one, and a small one for this. Whoops. There's that one, and one for the bow. Should fit on one of these. This is a D block. Okay, and I'm using another piece of the Seaside Spray and a small piece of Whisper White as well. So I will stamp the sentiment onto here. Okay, I'm going to use the coordinating colour ink, which is the Seaside Spray. I could have used the Misty Moonlight because that would look nice tone on tone with it as well. So here's this ink pad, so we'll just ink up the bow, and I'm going to put that, let me just check, put it in from that way, put it in that way, so it needs to be that way round, so upside down, because I've done this before and then found it was hard to cut it out. So I'm going to stamp that like that, and there, and there we go. And then I'm just going to stamp the sentiment onto my scrap of Whisper White. Time to, there we go. Sorry, I don't know. I'll do that again. It looks as though there's something on, something there. Try again. That's a bit better. There we go, that's better. Right, now I'm going to use this punch. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's, no, it's gone from my head, but it's obviously a tag punch, but you can use whatever punches you've got. I'm going to cut that like that. I'm also going to punch out another one from the blue, which might sound a bit strange, but I'll show you why in a moment. There we go. Right, I'm just going to trim this down slightly on either side, so see if I can fit it in here. Oops. And then just take a small amount, try and get it straight off that side, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, just a small amount. There we go. So that's now will, or should, I could also cut a little bit off the bottom, but I don't necessarily have to do that, but I'm going to. There we go. So taking a little bit off all round, and then that will fit on there, but I want it to come to the top, so it will have a bit of a border of blue around it. Right, so we can start to put this together. I'm going to put a couple of these little stars or snowflakes just there. There we go. And I'm going to put a small hole in the top so that was out. I'm going to put a hole in the top here, towards the top. There we are, so that we've got our. There we go, and just try and find in a second. I should have done first, and I haven't done. Now I'm throwing everything everywhere. Here it is. I'm going to use some of this metallic. It's like mesh ribbon, and I haven't used it yet. So it came out in the autumn winter catalogue, and I'll see if we can find the end. There we go. I think this will look quite nice. If I can get this off. There we go. Right. Because you can just pull it together. Okay. Right, so I'm going to use some of that as well. Right, let's stick this together. Oh, the other thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to use that. Because the bow has, I can find it again. Oh, I haven't stamped it out. Here we go. Let's stamp this out. Oh, that was the one that fell. There we go. I did do it the wrong way around. Yes, I did it. Should have done it the right way up. Right, I will just got bananas. Let me just cut this off. I will use a piece of post-it note just to hold it so that I can put it in. Here we go. Even though I checked, I still got it wrong. So we just line this up so that it's nice and even. On the stamp and just pop it out. we go. I'm not worrying about the knot because you can do that separately as well. But because this has got some lines drawn on the bow, I thought it'd be nice just to put a couple of lines on the strips so that it looks as if it's the same ribbon that I've used. So I'm going to turn my ruler upside down and I'm going to use my Seaside spray marker pen, and I'm going to use the brush tip here, and I'm going to just draw a line on each side. Try and make sure it's a bit parallel. That one's not, but it'll be alright. And this one. Could line it up on my grid paper, but there you go. And again on here. There we are. Right. So I'll put all this together now. So I'm going to put, I'll stick these down, the paper down first, and I'm going to use my Tombow. Oops. Okay, and stick this down. I got this the right way round. Whoops. There we go. Stick down. Okay, and then we'll stick our strips of ribbon, or card. And here we go. Don't go too near the edge in case it splodges and comes out the sides. This one as well. Oops, that was not clever. There we go. Right. Just see, did I get something there? It will come off in a moment. Right. Which one is which? I think that's this one. This one goes straight down. Try and get that straight. And this one's going to go across. Got some on my finger. Down. There we go. Never mind. I'll get that off now. Got it's an adhesive eraser, so you can just rub it off. It probably would have been okay because I'm going to put the bow over the top anyway. So here we go. So this is going to go here. Okay, but before I put this on, let's put the bow, this tag together. Just going to use a piece of this mesh ribbon. There we go. There we are. Don't that much probably. Going to put that through and through here. There we go. Not going to use all of that at the end. Should have cut a smaller piece perhaps. just going to cut that off there. There we go. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to use some glue dots for this. Just put a couple, whoops, on the back. Three, there we go. 3 of those. So I'm going to make sure that's where I want it. There. And then the bow will go over the top. And I'll use some dimensionals for the bow. One on each side. Just take the backs off and put this, there we go, wrapped especially for you. So that's the outside, and then we'll put a very Merry Christmas on the inside. I'll use this one, and again I'll use the Seaside spray for my sentiment. Whoops, it would be helpful if I put it the right way up. There we go. And I might put a couple more of these stars. And there. And then we'll just, what I did, I've used some of the basic rhinestone jewels, the clear, and I did try this is the light Night of Navy, and I also tried the light Misty Moonlight, and I think the light Misty Moonlight will go better with this, the tone of it. And I'll put on a couple of these that I've done. Whoops. Well, would help if you would turn it over. Doesn't want to. Back down. Right. Try it again. Right. Put one there. I like to do 3s because they seem to sort of finish things off a little bit. There we are. So that's nicely finished off there. Bit of symmetry. Triangles sort of draw your eye in. If you try and put it in a triangular sort of shape. There we go. And there we have our Christmas gift card. Okay, you could make it into a gift card maybe. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or you've got any suggestions or comments, you can leave them below. And if you would like to see more of the videos, you can subscribe to my channel, and if you click on the little bell icon, you will be notified when I post a new video. If you want any of the materials and things I've used today, you can find them on my online shop, which is at Tricia's Cards and Crafts. Tricia's Cards and Craft.stampinup.net. If you wanted to email me, you can do that as well if you don't want to leave the comments below, and you can find me at Tricia's Cards and Crafts at yahoo.com. Okay, thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed this. Perhaps you might make your own Christmas present card, and I hope to see you again shortly. Happy Christmas!